change steward on to the How many guys know window change steward ji? Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulullah wa ba'd. It was a sunny day, July 2011, when me and my cousin planned to have a breakfast. After having breakfast, we thought, okay, let's go for a ride. And he mounted on his Kawasaki 880, and I started my Boulevard 660. हमने pads पहने, gloves, helmet पहना, and we went to the ride, to the mountains. It was just like a normal day. We used to ride every now and then. While we were riding, हमने speed breaker cross किया और हम साथ थे. We pulled our throttles and हमारी आपस में रेस लग गई. जब दो बाइकर्स साथ हो तो ये तो होगा. So we were pumping the throttle, and within next second we were crossing 120, 130. And as we were rushing and the trees were passing by, and we were still in Islamabad, a bike, popped up from the street far away. I never realized he'll jump in front of the bikes. What happened after a few seconds, I saw him right in front of me. I tried to escape the bike. I tried to skip him. But lo and behold, I banged into it. After a few seconds, when I stood up, my face was bleeding. I could feel my tongue coming here. It was cut into 2 pieces. My tooth were broke. I had a big scar on my right hand, जिसमें से खून और veins निकल रही थी. And this was all cut with my goggles, and maybe I hit something. Because I was wearing a helmet which was not full face. It was an open chopper Arai helmet. That moment when I stood up and I saw my blood for the first time in my life, I thought it's just a minor accident. But when I felt my tongue in my lips and blood pumping out of my body, और मुझे जब 2-4 चक्कर आए तो this thought turned into a reality that I am going to die in the next 5 minutes. I am going to die in the next 5 minutes. And my cousin rushed towards calling the ambulance, and I was standing all alone thinking about what just happened to me. Those 5 minutes were the moments और जिसके लिए मैं इस्लामाबाद से यहाँ आपके साथ वो 5 मिनट शेयर करने आया. So I was there looking at my blood, looking at my veins, और as if I am about to fall, और लोग आएंगे और कह रहे होंगे कि मैयत को उठाओ यहाँ से, इसका कफन का बंदोबस्त करो, इसका कब्र खोदो, इसका जनाजा पढ़ने के बंदोबस्त करो. And at that time, my life, I had a flashback of my whole life. What kind of a life I lived. In those 5 minutes, everything that I did in the past, it came right in front of me. And my past was very dark. It was very horrible and terrible. I was a party animal. Drugs, girlfriends, parties, concerts, music, gang fights, whatever. And traveling all around Pakistan on bikes and living the American dream as I always wanted to. And I knew that I was successful. I had everything in life, wealth, cars, mobile phones, status, and I had everything in life. And that moment shook me completely when I didn't want to die. I felt like a loser altogether. I never wanted to die at that moment. And I questioned myself, you were independent, you were azad, you were a successful person, then why the hell you don't want to die right now? What happened? What changed? But I didn't want to die. And I was crying and I was making dua. Oh Lord, make me dirt right now. Just finish my existence. Let people forget who I was and just finish me completely. Or give me one more chance. Because all my life I thought I was an independent person. Azad zindagi guzarunga. My life, my choices. Khale, peele, jeele. Dil ki maan, man ki maan. Why not meri jaan? So this was my life, YOLO. But then, that moment when you don't want to die and you're crying that you don't want to die, and you always thought that you will be like, yes, I did my best job, I lived a life, I want to die in peace right now, I can go to the Lord. But that time I refused to go to the Lord. And it was not in my hands to refuse. So I made dua, oh Allah, give me one more chance, one more chance. And I was taken to Shifa hospital in Islamabad. I told them, please give me anesthesia. Not local anesthesia, full body anesthesia. I just don't want to think what I'm thinking right now. Because that was a moment of severe panic and depression that I'm going to die in the next 5 minutes. So that changed the perspective of azadi and independence completely. Completely. And I made a decision कि मैं अब से जिंदगी में इसकी खोज लगाऊंगा कि सच्ची आज़ादी क्या है, कि जब मैं मर रहा हूँ और मैं एंजल्स को देखूं और जब मुझे लिटाया जा रहा हूँ तो मैं satisfied हूँ कि yes, I'm satisfied, I want to go right now. And when I got better, मैंने कहा ऐसी की तैसी, अब मैं सब कुछ देखूंगा, असल सक्सेस क्या है, असल आज़ादी क्या है. So I went to, Oxford University Press. They say success is the achievement or the accomplishment of wealth, fame, social status. Okay, I had wealth, I had status, maybe I didn't have fame at that time. That's why I wasn't successful. But when I went through the lives of Robin Williams and Chris Benoit and Kurt Cobain and Amy Winehouse, and Chester Bennington and Sushant Sharma recently, I realized that they had wealth, they had fame, they had status. And what is their ending? You know how Robin Williams passed away? He committed suicide. He was an Oscar winner. He was an actor in Jumanji. Aladdin में उसकी आवाज डब हुई थी. He was a multi-billionaire. People would die to take a selfie with him. He had wealth, no doubt. He had fame, no doubt. And he had social status. When he used to come out of his house, people loved him. He had a status. Then why did he commit suicide? Okay, one-off case हो सकता है. Mental depression, illnesses बहुत सारी होती हैं. Then why Amy Winehouse? And Kurt Cobain and Chris Benoit, you know how Chris Benoit died? World WWE champion. He committed a double murder suicide. Killed his 13-year-old daughter, little angel. Killed his wife. Went to his basement, जहाँ पे इसका personal gym था, pulled the bar, heavy weights लगा के अपने गर्दन से लपेट के छोड़ दिया उसको. Died on spot. I was like, what? Yeah. What's wrong with this definition? Wealth, fame, status, they have it, but why they're killing themselves? Chester Bennington को देख लिया, सुशांत शर्मा को देख लिया, and the list goes on till 70 pages. If you just Google it, top celebrities who committed suicide in the past 100 years, you'll get a list of 70 pages. Name and occupation, name and occupation. I was like, what is wrong with this? Then I looked at the philosophy of life. People, when people live and die, there's nobody who can tell me the definition of success. Then when I pass away, I am satisfied and I've achieved what I want to achieve. So the point is, What is independence then? What is आज़ादी? क्या खाले पीले जीले आज़ादी है? जो शख्स नफ्स की गुलामी में आ जाए और जो उसका दिल चाह रहा है वो कर डाले, ये आज़ादी है? ये आज़ादी हमें एक मुस्लिम एम्बेसडर ने बताई. And you know his definition of success of independence is profound. His name is Rabia. He went to the Persian emperor Rustam. And Rustam called one of the ambassadors कि बुलाओ ये मुसलमान क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे? What do they want? और जब वो आए उन्होंने कहा कि तुम लोगों को माल चाहिए, पैसा चाहिए, गल्ला चाहिए, राशन चाहिए, हम तुम्हें देंगे, अता करेंगे, चले जाओ यहाँ से. Why you have come here? You know, he said a statement which is written in the annals of history. He said, جئنا لنخرج العباد من عبادة العباد إلى عبادة رب العباد. अल्लाह अकबर. काश आप लोगों को अरबी आती तो आप इसको सुनने का मजा लेते. He said, we have come to take people out of the slavery of human beings to the slavery of lords of the heavens and the earth. This is true independence. You know what Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah, the doctor of spiritual cardiologist, he says कि बुल्लू al-insan nafs allazi khuliqu bihi fadullu bihi an-nafs ash-shaytani. People wanted to run away from the slavery of Creator, so they got trapped in the slavery of their nafs and shaitan. We always want to run away from the slavery of Allah, right? Music, parties, Allah, we all love it. But ultimately what happens is we end up in the slavery of our own nafs and shaitan. You don't see the satanic concerts right now. You don't see the satanic ritual of sacrifice right nowadays. People are killing other people in the name of Satan and Lucifer. They have been caught in the slavery of Satan. And we are caught in the slavery of our nafs. कि जो मेरा दिल चाहेगा, मन की मानूंगा, मैं वो करूंगा. और इसको मानते मानते we are into depression and anxiety. We don't find that peace and satisfaction in our lives. Why? Because हर इश्क की इंतहा पे जारी है, सवाए वो इश्क जो अल्लाह और रसूल से किया जाए. काश हम इस चीज को जान लेते.